Today I'm in a game called Watch Numbers Go Up. This game has a few thousand people on it, and I'm going to be going from a little bit of a noob to becoming the best of the best in this game, so watch until the end and let's get started. Here we are in this game, and the first thing we need to do is get on this button. Now I have a little bit of progress, okay? I have some rebirths as I played this game in my spare time, but I thought you guys would enjoy this game. So here's how the game works. We have these buttons, and we pretty much need to get on them. Now when you just start the game, it's not going to be this easy, but since I do have a little bit of rebirths, I mean, we can get pretty far in the game. Now, as we grind on these buttons, there's different things to unlock, such as rebirths and runes and a bunch more things down that way, but we're going to unlock those during the video. As you can see, it's pretty hard for me to get any more of these buttons. We can kind of get them, but it does take a while. So at this point, this is where we head all the way back. We could end up getting our very first Ascensions, but I still think we can get some more rebirths. So we're going to head back over to the rebirths all the way down this way and see how many rebirths we can get ourselves. We can get us 115 OC. So now we're going to rebirth, and we're going to get ourselves the rebirth gain multiplier as well as the rebirth number multiplier. So now from there, we can start getting ourselves way more rebirths. Now we pretty much just have to restart the entire thing over and walk over these buttons as much as we can. I think it's about time we get our very first ascension, so we can get ourselves up to 611,000. So let's get that and get this upgraded. Now we can also get some walk speed, and we can also get ourselves a rebirth multiplier. Okay, nice. So we got ourselves some upgrades there. It looks like from this we get times 1.5 rebirths, and then from this we get times 3 the amount of numbers. So that should be pretty good. Now that we need to head all the way back to the spawn, and we're also going to get ourselves some runes pretty soon because we are going to need to get those. And now we need to backtrack and get ourselves our first rebirths yet again, in which we can get trillions. So now we can get the rebirth number multiplier, we can get walk speed is already done, and well, it looks like that's about it. Now we need to head all the way back and restart. Yeah, this game has a lot of just going back and forth, but it does become a lot funner once you unlock some more buttons. So we're going to end up doing just that. Let's try to get as many ascensions as we can for now. And then I guess let's try to unlock some more of the stuff, because I see there's a red crown and a purple one over there. So that means we have a lot more to do than just ascensions. Now, I noticed over here was some challenges, and there's a bunch of different ones, and the easiest one it looks like was to roll runes. So I think I'm going to start this challenge, and while I go grab some food, I'm going to go ahead and just stand on the little runes over here and just kind of let these roll, because it's the easiest way to get this challenge done. I literally just stand here while I go grab myself a salad and just come back to this challenge being done, and we'll see what it ends up doing. And in the meantime, we can see if we get ourselves some pretty rare runes. So we'll see what I get when I get back. Well, the good news is we managed to finish that, and it gave us a boost of 1.05 rune luck. Now from there, we also did end up rolling a new rune, which was the epic. So now we have 78 of the rares, and we also got one epic. Now, I don't know what these really do, but I'm assuming it kind of helps us, because if we look at, I think this, runes boost number multiplier. So I guess we're getting a number multiplier of times 3, which is pretty decent. I mean, we're getting some good stuff. Now we're going to go ahead and get some rebirths, because we can now get TDE, which is going to help us get this, and this right here. Help and boost our numbers even more. Now I spent a little bit of time upgrading to the most that we've ever gotten, which is 3.5k for the amount, and we also got to NOOB for rebirths and another 1,000,000 ascensions. Now we can unlock transcensions, which gives us recommended for the transcension gain of 10,000 plus. Okay, and then that gives us an upgraded teleport button, which makes it so we can get to our best area pretty much just using the button, which would be huge, but we only get 39,000. We're gonna want to make sure we get a lot more of those. So let's just head on down here and get some more rebirths. So now we're up to QDVT, and we just got to go ahead down this very long path yet again, getting this thing literally all the way down to that pink crown down there, because that is where we pretty much need to head to get the maximum amount of buttons we can. Now, I wish all of these buttons would kind of just max upgrade as I'm walking fast like they do in the start, because then you got to kind of slow down and kind of wait on them sometimes. It just takes a little bit longer, but I mean, we are starting to get there. We're starting to get back up to 3,000, and then we're going to get our next Ascensions. And then after that, I think it's time to get some Transcensions, or maybe we should just end up doing that now. I don't know. We'll have to see. And well, I actually ended up getting so good that we're up to 4,400 now, and we can get 199,000. So I think it's time we get a Transcension, and there we go. Now let's upgrade this button and upgrade our multiplier and upgrade this and this. So what are these things? It looks like for the first one, we got the upgrade teleporter transcension number multiplier, which gained by 100,000 number per level. We get times 300,000 numbers. That's actually insane. Times 26 rebirths, times 2 ascensions, and we also got 1 luck gain. So that's actually crazy for us. This is going to help us so good, and I'm glad we ended up doing this, because now we can get times 2 ascensions and times 26 the amount of rebirths. And the numbers are about to be insane. So now we just need to teleport back to spawn and work our way all the way up again. But this time around, things should be a lot easier. And just like that, we can already get ourselves QN, which means we can get a few of these upgrades, and well, we have to restart. But we already have QN rebirths. This game is a little bit grindy, I must say, but it's actually pretty addicting. I'm kind of liking these little, like, incremental waste time type games, and you guys seem to be enjoying them as well, because every single video I do on a certain type of these wasting time incremental games, you guys seem to enjoy them a lot, and they do pretty good on the channel. So, I mean, you know, why not? So let's see, let's go ahead and get some of these, and I don't think we can start getting Ascensions. We need to get to times or E700, and there we go. Now we can start getting Ascensions, but obviously we're gonna get way more rebirths first before we go for any Ascensions, because yeah, we need way more. It's time we go get ourselves some Ascensions, so let's head back to spawn, and well, I've got myself all the way up to DVT rebirths, but those are about to get reset, because now we need to head all the way back over here and get ourselves 20 million Ascensions is as much as we can get so far. So let's get all these upgrades that we can get, which gave us 1.5 rebirth multiplier, some walk speed, and times 3 numbers. All right, I mean, pretty decent, but now we need to restart all of the rebirths yet again. Oh man, this is starting to become a bit of a grind. And finally, after some time, I can now get billions of Ascensions. So let's do that, and that gave us up to 93,000 number multiplier, and we can start getting some more upgrades here. So now we're getting times 2 the amount of rebirths from the Ascension multiplier, and then we're gonna work on getting the next one, which was the Transcensions. But first, we need to head all the way back to spawn and work on rebirths yet again. Okay, this is starting to take quite some time. All right, this is kind of taking some time here. So let's go ahead, let's just simply start by getting a few rebirths. All right, let's just get that out the way. This way that gives us times 2 numbers, head all the way back to the spawn, and pretty much just walk down this as much as we can. Work on getting those rebirths, and then finally back into the Transcension, in which this time around we should hopefully get a bunch more of those, and if not, well, I might just end up quitting. Now, I keep noticing there's these challenges. There's this one right here, which gives a number debuff, and all we need to do is reach E250 number, and that seems rather easy because, I don't know, I'm getting thousands, and this one we also need to reach E250 number, but within 120 seconds. So honestly, I'm thinking this is gonna be really easy. So let's just start off the number debuff, and then we pretty much just need to work down here until we get to 250. And look at how easy that is. We are literally flying through it. We already completed it. So now I think what we need to do is kind of work on some of these challenges, because I think what it does is actually helps us with some stuff. So let's just head back over here. Now that gave us times 5 number. Now we could do the same thing, but for number 300. And I'm pretty sure we could easily just do that as well. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of just go through these as much as I can. up until it's pretty much impossible, which should be pretty easy because there we go yet again. Number 300 is now done. So I'm gonna just work through these and just see how many we can do and get this number multiplier up. The next one's for 350, and I'll let you guys know what the max one is. Okay, this one's about to be pretty close. We only have 30 seconds and we need to get to 2,500. I ended up not being able to do the other challenge, so I'm doing this one. And okay, that one was a lot easier, but still pretty hard. So now from the number speed run, I think honestly that's the best we're gonna do. There's no way we're getting 4,000 in less time. So we get 750 number luck from that one, or well, not luck, just multiplier. And then from this one, I could only really get up to 25. It got pretty hard at the second tier. So I think we're just gonna leave it off with those two for now. And then I guess we're just gonna work on getting, I don't know if we need Ascensions, to be honest. I think we just need to get more of the Transcensions, since we still only have 68,000 of these. So I think that's where we're gonna go for now, is working on getting a bunch of those by just spamming these buttons and getting our number as high up as we possibly can right now. Now, I do have this little auto button, so it'll kind of just keep jumping me on the button every single time I can. I'm just gonna let that go until, well, we can't anymore. I managed to get the number up to 7.2k, and well, now we can get ourselves 70 million, which is way more, and we get times a 51,000 number. So let's start off by getting ourselves the Transcension number, which gives us times 400k, rebirths up to 36, Ascension up to times 3, and we can also get our luck gain increased as well. And from there, well, I mean, we're probably gonna end off this video here because this game has taken a while to grind. All right, it has taken quite some time to get this far, and there is so much walking. But if you guys want a part 2 in this game where I go ahead, grind up, try to get even more insane in this game, let me know and I will. But let me know what game I should check out next. If not, and I'll see you guys later.